I've learned that it just had to be presented to the right people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It had to be presented to the right people. It had, and they had to see the vision. Because if then nobody sees your vision the way you see it, it's not going to be clear to them. It's always going to be clear to you.
Yo, 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 it's SB the Ghost.
What's happening? It's your boy Screen Eye.
It's your girl Rapunzel.
This is Anthony Fleming III. Roll up and check out The Wrong Agenda.
Wrong Agenda Podcast.
The Wrong Agenda Podcast.
The Wrong Agenda Podcast.
This is the Wrong Agenda Podcast.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Wrong Agenda Podcast. I am your host, Just Dale, and I am here today with a special guest, Kathianna.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm here. I'm living.
That's the way.
All right. So for the people who don't know about you, tell us just a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So I am an R&B singer, R&B hip hop singer. Right now I'm working on a project. I do have a few songs out right now. Good Morning, Blame Game, Me and My Guitar, and Friend Zone. I'll be putting out a lot more music starting this beginning of the year, January. I'll be dropping a new single. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait for everyone to hear that. And of course, it's going to be on all social media platforms. If anybody's looking for my music that's already out right now, you can look it up at Kathianna.com. That's on my website, or you can look it up on iTunes, Spotify, under Kathianna.
Okay. Sounds good. So let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. When did you start and how did you get started into this music thing?
I've been singing since I was a little girl, since I was itty bitty, about 3 years old. I started really getting in tuned with music about 9. I started singing in church. By 11, I recorded my first song in the studio, which really was a great experience. And it just really gave me that drive. By the time I was 16, 17 years old, I did my first talent show. And being on stage in front of those thousands of people, it blew me away. And I was like, I have to do this. This is what I want to do. So that's what I've been doing this ever since I was a little girl, and I love it.
Okay. Where did you start? Like, where did you grow up when you were coming into your music? Well, where did you grow up in general first, and then where did you start really?
In general, overall, growing up, I was back and forth from Brooklyn, New York, to Connecticut.
Oh,
Growing up,
New York,
yeah,
Queens,
yeah.
yeah, that's okay. It's okay. We could be Brooklyn today. It was Queens. We're high.
Great, yeah, yeah. So yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, okay. So I listen to your music, of course, trying to be a good journalist, right? So I do my research, listen to your
Yeah.
music. I see you have a very traditional. You're an actual singer. That's what I'm trying to get at. You're an actual singer.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah, you're not someone who has just the music and just hooks and things carrying you. You actually really sing. I was
Oh
really
yeah,
impressed. Call Me is
yeah.
my favorite song.
I've been thinking about you, sitting here wondering and dreaming about everything I found.
Oh,
Talk about that.
yes. Call me out too. Oh my goodness,
My
can't believe
favorite
I
song.
call me.
Who are some of the people that inspired you in singing? Like, who are some of the people you looked up to, or like to if you borrow from anyone, like what type of singers do you like?
Singers wise, Tina Turner was my all-time favorite of
Mhm.
all times. I loved Anita Baker growing up, Mary J. Blige, of course. Karen White, Tony Braxton. I love Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey. I grew up in a household where nothing but Motown and real music. I wouldn't say real music. I would say soulful music was
I was just
played
about to
a
go.
lot.
I can see that. I
Um,
can see it.
yes,
It
soulful music was played on a I mean, the holiday parties. My dad used to be on the couch with his legs crossed watching the game, TV on mute, and be blasting music. And that's what I'm used to. That was just it. On Sundays, that was the day. It was music
hmm
day. Watch the game, we would play, and that's how it was. And I grew up on that. So and I enjoyed it because it really taught me um not necessarily taught me, but it really gave me a good feeling as far as like I'm glad I experienced that growing up because then that's what helped, you know, me sing the way that I do. Um, to be honest with you, I love soulful singing. I love singing from the soul, from the core expression with your emotions, really saying those words to really catch someone's attention. So I appreciated that. And as far as the singers that had been an inspiration, that are still an inspiration, I appreciate them for paving the way for a singer like myself.
Right.
So yeah.
So your music, you would say, has a piece of you in it. When you're getting these songs, I don't know if you're writing or whatever, however the process is, are you choosing to sing songs that you're connected to in some way? Because it seems like you got a little personal something with some of these records.
To be honest with you, I do. I write from personal experiences to what I see to just what I feel at the moment. Most times when I do get the opportunity to eventually record in the studio those songs, I go off, I go with what I feel in that song. Whether it's personal or just a song that I'm singing about. A lot of times I feel when it's more personal, there's more of an emotional connection there. With the songs. So I would say it's a little bit of both. And I enjoy both experiences because sometimes it's like you just write a song, someone does still feel it, you know, even though you're not truly, truly emotionally connected, you didn't go through it, but someone else is going through that right now. And
Right.
that's what I do. I love to put music out there that someone can relate to and be original. That's what I like.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a whole experience, and
Yeah.
I know what it's like being in the recording studio. It's interesting. Like, what is it like with you? Like, you have any interesting stories or moments, good or bad, of just studio sessions that just make you recall certain things? Anything you want to say about the studio?
Something there. I've had some experiences, but hey, that's how it usually works. So yeah, I've had some experiences in the studio. It's quite funny.
Yeah. All right. What's next for you musically? Let's round out the music thing. Musically, I know you said you got some more things coming. Are you putting out like a full project? Or are we just gonna get a few more songs, singles? What's the plan? You have one yet?
Right now, I am working on a project. With my EP. I am going to be putting out some new musics, few singles. Um, Starting the beginning of the year, top of the year. Yeah, I got to start at the top of the year.
Right.
I'm
Get
just
it
kidding.
going. First quarter, right at
Yeah,
the top, right?
yeah, yeah. Throw it out there. What's going on for the year? But yeah, I do have quite a bit of music that I'm going to be putting out there, and it's actually out of my comfort zone.
Trying something new?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm very like um I'm super like versatile. So I love different kinds of music. Um from country to jazz to R&B to hip hop to rap to techno to pop, indie music, and you name it. I love it. If there's something within that sound that catches my attention, I'm gonna listen to it. But this time around, like I'm a little bit more, I guess you can say bold.
So you're experimenting? Is that what we're gonna hear? Some new experiments?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like to experiment, you know. I like to experiment. I like trying new things. So I feel like some of the music that I'm gonna be putting out is gonna be a lot different than just a typical slow R&B that I sing.
Oh,
Um, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited.
as long as you're excited, I'm excited. I want to see where this is going. I'm kind of you gotta have to send me a early preview before you release it like this. Now I'm interested.
A couple things. I might.
All right, so you're artist. We've been through that. Everyone here knows now. Let's get into some other things. I seen that you had an NAACP award.
Yes.
What Give us a little bit about what that's because that's not something that you see every day. So what's that about?
So, two things with the NAACP award. One of them is this business that I had developed and put together. It took me a couple of years to just, play with it a little bit and decide whether if I really wanted to put it out there. It's just, for the community, for the youth, and it's like an artist development program. It's pretty much giving them the opportunity to showcase their talents. Um, do song coaching, vocal coaching, performance preparations, writing music, things like that. I worked with a lot of people in the community who's volunteered that was an extreme help to getting this program going. And the other award was for Miss Lottie's Cafe in Norwich, Connecticut. It was a love letter to Harlem. It was a contribute to the Renaissance. And that was a really great experience for me because I've always heard these songs and having the opportunity to be able to perform them live in front of the crowd at the time that really engaged with that kind of music. It was awesome. And growing up listening to a lot of those songs as well, it was an honor. Um, and they liked my performance so well, and they wanted to give me an award for it. They wanted to acknowledge me for my hard work in the community with the youth, and being a singer growing up in my community and being such a positive impact. It was definitely an honor to receive that because I do it out of love, and I do it because I definitely feel like being a strong role model is extremely important. So, yeah,
Wow, that's amazing. Shout out to you for that.
thank
I'm
you.
I'm glad I hear the whole backstory to it now. That's really great, and I see that's something that it seems like you're very passionate and is important to you.
Oh
And
yes, I am very, very passionate about that. Growing up, I really didn't have much support in regards of my talents, singing, dancing, and acting and doing those things. So being able to be an addition to the youth growing up and having that, mentor there and having others volunteer to mentor them as well is a blessing. It really is.
well, speaking on that, did you feel when you started to embark on this journey, did you feel how was the reception from the people around you? Where they were like, "What are you doing?" Or were they very supportive? Like, come on, give me the real answer. What was it like? What was it like?
Um, I've learned that it just had to be presented to the right people.
Hmm.
That's all. It had to be presented to the right people. It had, and they had to see the vision. Because if then nobody sees your vision the way you see it, it's not going to be clear to them. It's always going to be clear to you. You know what I'm saying? But convincing and talking and meetings and things like that and saying, hey, I have this I want to present to you. It's a little bit different. And they have to be, interested in investing their time, investing period. So I had to get it in the right people's hand, presenting it to the right people. And then that's when it took off. But I did a lot of work alone. I had a lot of no's. I've had a lot of yeses, and then it turned into, oh, unfortunately. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna stop though.
It's good because
I'm not.
now,
I'm not. I'm not one to stop. I don't. I
yeah,
don't stop.
and now you
Once
have
I have
that
my
that
mind made
that
up, that's
armor.
it. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have that with you. Walk with it now, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
it is
There's
what
no
it is.
stopping me. Nope. Ain't going nowhere.
Okay. And you mentioned it. Um, you said acting. I seen you did some acting. Is that something else that you're interested in? Was that just like you dabble, or is that something you actually try to take serious and are considering?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm taking it seriously and highly considered it. Um, I started off small, but my goal is, definitely getting into some movies this upcoming year, some small films,
Hmm.
um, even some reality shows. That would be great. It just depends. I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna connect with as many people as possible, and see where things go from there. But that is something I definitely want to do more of.
All right, that's great. I'm a big film guy, so it's good to hear. It's good to hear. uh, let's ask some stuff about your life.
Oh
Hobbies.
boy.
Hobbies. What are your hobbies?
Oh man, my
What do
hobby.
you like to do? What does Kathianna like to do in her free time? How do you unwind? What is it?
Fine, I'll tell you a couple things. Um, I'm huge on documentaries. I love watching them.
Really?
National Geographic, that's my favorite. Whenever I get some downtime, that's what I do.
That
I'm
is
there
amazing.
watching. I love history, looking up stuff and just watching documentaries and just being educated. Whether it's cultural, whether it's, I don't know, literal, I don't know, anything. It doesn't even matter. The
So you,
earth, the
you want to,
animals.
I was just about to, yeah, you into the earth, the animals, the documentaries about
I'm
the
very earthy.
ocean.
I am very earthy. Yes, I am very earthy and adventurous. I love to travel. Um, I like hiking. I'm a hiker at heart.
Hiker at heart.
I'm a hiker at heart. Yeah, I like to hike every now and then when I get the chance.
So
I
you
do
have
some hiking.
no problem with the great outdoors.
No, I love outdoors. Yes.
Okay, that's great. See, this is the stuff that I wanted to bring out, people to know about you, because
Yeah.
you don't get that on the surface. It's just like, oh, she's this
No.
R&B singer, and you would never know. You would never know. Okay,
Yeah.
you already I was gonna ask what type of shows you do, but you already told me National Geographic. You do that. What?
You like, watching old school movies.
Hmm. Don't
I
say
like
don't. Old school is a sensitive subject, so we're just gonna leave it there. Because I've heard people say some things are old school, and I'm like, that's old school. It makes me feel old. So we're just gonna leave it at
I'm talking about
that.
old school, like movies from the 90s, the late 70s to the
Okay.
90s. Those are really, I enjoy watching those movies. I've watched them growing up too, but I also I enjoy recapping and watching them all over again. I do. I just liked it.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I've had someone told me a movie that came out in 2013 was old school, and I'm like, like, wait a minute. So I don't know what's going on here.
What's happening here?
Okay. Um, once again, is there anything you want to say to the people out there listening right
Say
now?
thank you so much to you. I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's been a huge support. Um, I wanted to say I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to hear my new music that I have coming out soon. Please be on the lookout for it. Coming January, I'm about to drop a new single. Be on the lookout for Geeked Out.
Geeked Out. That's the title. We got it. Got the
Oh,
exclusive. Okay. Geeked
yeah,
Out. Out.
yeah, yeah. It's a super dope song. It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I like it a lot. It's super jumpy and like it's dope. It's dope. So that's what I want to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's support. To my friends, my family, to you for having me on this amazing
Oh, for
show.
sure. For sure.
I'm so looking forward to what 2024 is gonna in store for me as an artist in my entertainment career. Um, and yeah,
I hope
that's
that
it.
means we got some performances, some shows on the way.
Oh, there's
2024.
definitely gonna be a lot of stuff. A lot of my performances or any upcoming events I'll be having. I usually post them. They get posted on all of my social media platforms and on my website.
Okay.
So if it's not on my Instagram, it's on my Facebook page, um, my Twitter, my Threads account, or what else is there? There's so many other pages.
We'll throw up some of them in the description of this
Snapchat.
video. We'll throw some up in the description of this video so they can find you and find out where you're performing.
Subscribe.
I'd love to make it out to one day. Hopefully, I'll get to see you live one time.
No, absolutely enjoy that. I'll be sending you a lot of stuff too.
Oh,
So
please do, please do. Okay, so we're coming to the tail end, and we're gonna do Would You Rather. Be shy, but this is gonna. We saved it for the end. Says I don't want to freak you out, so here we go.
all
Uh,
right, let me get ready.
yeah, so I got some stuff that's music related, and then I got some stuff that's just But hey,
Up there.
yeah. Well, let's make it happen. Okay,
Okay.
you ready?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather perform in front of a huge crowd without rehearsing, or a small crowd where you could prepare for weeks?
That's a good one. Why
You
not?
passed.
I passed. Oh, yes.
All right, Kathianna, I want to say thank you for doing this. Thank you. Everything was super smooth. Thank you for being a great sport. To anybody who's listening, she didn't even screen any questions. She came here just ready to go, completely blind, and this was great. I feel like I know you a little better. I hope this gets everyone else to know you a little better. And definitely go check out her music. It's actually dope. I'm not just saying that. I've been listening to it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to Geeked Up. Looking forward to seeing you step outside your box. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. I applaud you. I love what you're doing. I see you take yourself serious, and everyone should take you very serious because you're working and you're doing the work, and I can see it. And if no one has ever told you that, you hear it from me. I can see it.
Well,
There you go.
thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support as well.
All right. We will have this. Well, we'll end it here, and then we'll talk after. I'll end it here. Thank you, everyone, and till next time.